My name is Braidate, and on average, 30,000 websites are hacked into every single day. 73% of black hat hackers, those are the bad guys, the ones who want to take mine and your data, say that antivirus and computer protection software does nothing to stop them. Today I wanted to talk about cybercrime because I think it's very interesting, and I wanted to look at a lot of the ways that criminals try and take advantage of us through the internet, starting with phishing. Phishing is the most popular. It's the one we've all seen. It's the Nigerian prince who wants to give you $58 billion. It's the free iPhone you won for being the 300th search on the internet. These are relatively harmless. Most people see them and pass by them, but what's saddening is the 1% of people who do respond to them. Because for hackers, this is like the hacker casino. You send out 10,000 emails in the hope that one person will email you back with those lucky numbers, those bank account information, that social security information, etc., etc. And what's sad is that the people who respond to these are mostly children who don't know any better and are trying to claim a free iPhone, or elderly people who don't understand the internet and are just trying to do what they can. Something that, while it's a very small margin of people who are affected, the type of people who are affected really is really messed up. But something that affects more of me and you personally would be webcam hacking. We all have webcams. It's required for the class. I'm recording off an iPhone right now. But webcams are infamously incredibly easy to hack. For proof, look at the website instacam.com. It's a website with over 75,000 cameras that, without consent, have been hacked into and you can watch for free. Now, these are mostly businesses and like pubs and things that really doesn't matter if you watch them or if anyone else watches them. But in the past, there have been websites on the surface web where you can look up private cameras, people's cameras that they have in their own home. Cameras are just infamously easy to hack into. Even Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, I'm sure we all know him, who probably has security on par with God, still puts a piece of masking tape over his camera. If Mark Zuckerberg can't trust his computer, why should we? And the simple way to avoid this, it's not complicated. When you're not using your webcam, unplug it. If you have it built into the computer, tape it over when you're not using it. It's a really simple thing to stop. However, there are some things that are a little bit more maniacal that are harder to stop. And I wanted to give this story about something that happened back in 2008. At the United States Department of Defense, in the parking lot, an employee found a USB stick. Curious of what was on it, he plugs it into one of the computers and takes a look. He clicks it open. Little did he know, there was a foreign virus on it, which quickly infected all of the computers and started to track data and then upload it somewhere. We don't know. The scary part of the story isn't that someone was stupid enough to take a USB stick they found in the parking lot and update it onto a federal grade computer. I think the scariest part of this story is that the virus was never found. It came out and would record data and then disappear again, and they would try and track it. And one time it disappeared and just never showed up again. It could still be in there. It could have gone back to wherever it's from. We don't know who planted it there. We don't know what it was supposed to do. All we know is that it was uploaded and that it took a bunch of sensitive data with it wherever it went. And I think that's the moral of the story, is just keep yourself safe. While I said that antiviruses and computer protective software can't help you, there are a lot of things you can do to stop cyber criminals. Washing your hands, if you will, such as don't respond to emails and don't give personal information to websites that you don't trust, such as unplugging your webcams and covering them up so that if there's nothing interesting to watch, people won't watch them. And for God's sakes, don't put a USB stick you found in a parking lot into a government sensitive computer.